Welcome back once again to Against All Odds, where we play impossible odds and most likely fail. This time, as promised, Sweden during the Great Nordic War, or whatever it's called.
Great Northern
actually, it's
War,
called
yeah.
Great Nordic War.
I think it's Northern.
If you click on the shield,
okay.
it actually is called that. So I was not stupid.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's called that on like official sources, but that's another matter. So basically, the impossible scenario here is that if you click up country at war,
yes.
Basically this was a time where the Swedish Empire had grown vastly during the last last few decades, really. So much that it angered its neighbors at the same time, while not, retaining any alliances really with, the bigger nations like Austria or England or something like that, which would have been the wisest thing to do, but that's not what happened. So basically, we are at a point where Russia declared war on us, together with Denmark, Poland,
the Commonwealth,
yeah. Together with Courland, and also Saxony, to make matters worse.
Well, all of them are personal union and vassals of Commonwealth, to be fair.
Yeah,
so.
To be fair, but it's still, it's still a separate, it adds insult to injury or whatever you say.
It definitely does.
So basically we have, how many fronts should we say? We have both the entire Baltic Sea is, I'd say that we have dominion though. I mean, the Danish fleet is considerably big, but
if we fight the Danish fleet, I think we will lose.
Yeah, actually.
And if the Commonwealth fleet is some sort, because I don't even think that's all the Danish have.
Maybe not.
Let's see how many. Well, okay, we have a lot of transport ships. I think that will tip the balance.
They have they have a ton of galleys.
Yeah, so they will win in a naval battle.
Yeah, so take back what I said, basically. But as for fronts, I should say that we have Denmark, of course. They have 20,000 men. That should probably be, like in real life, the easiest. What happened in real life was that not even a year into the war, Sweden landed on northern Sjælland and managed to scare the Danes enough to sue for peace instantly.
Well, temporarily at least.
Yeah, temporarily. They joined the war later again, because this war lasted for 21 years. It's really long. Like,
I doubt it will last this long when we play it.
Well,
because we only have 41,000 men here standing in Stockholm, currently under the leadership of Charles XII.
That is our only savior, really.
That is our only savior.
And Charles XII is a fantastic general. Fantastic.
Yes, and we looked at this previously in single player just to get a hint. They have almost as much. You can see it now because we're in a multiplayer game, so all of it is hidden. But I looked at the coalition and they had 30,000 artillery alone. So they almost have as much artillery as we have soldiers altogether. And with 41,000 men, you think like, well, we can just augment our forces, right? Just get some more troops. No. We're over the force limit. We're 41,000 men, and with 41,000 men, we're severely outnumbered. So I have a feeling 21 years, not really possible.
It's basically one of those. It's almost what happened to me in my Lübeck playthrough. That I gambled too high, and this is what happened. Everyone joined a huge coalition against me. We also have, I should mention, that besides the obvious front of protecting the Swedish Baltic provinces against two Russian armies that are equal size to our alone army, there's also a Russian army near the border of Finland, and also a Commonwealth army near the Baltic. But we also have German provinces that will most likely fall to the hands of Saxony.
Probably, if Saxony gets access to... where is Saxony? It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's actually surprisingly large. I thought that was Austria first. If they get access to Brandenburgian land, well, then we can say bye-bye to Wismar and whatever else. But, I mean, what will our general strategy be now? Will it be the same of going for Denmark first and hope to hold Finland? And give up on the Baltic provinces because, well, let's face it, we won't really be able to get there in time to stop them. And even if we do, there are so many men that, yeah, we can't really hope for a big battle of Narva and win. I doubt that will happen. So I would advise to go for, well, maybe, I know there's no point in really splitting up the troops since we don't have enough. I mean, we could split off the troops, but you know, even
there
if we do, that splinter troop won't be able to hold anything in the east anyway. So it just puts additional risk.
I have cheated a bit and done this before, and as I recall, I took the entire army and went east because I figured, well, Denmark is landlocked anyway over there, like they won't be able to cross the Sound, or at least that's how it was in my scenario. Whereas, I mean, the east does have a lot of fortresses. That's something we have at least, so that does buy us some time.
Well, we could go to the south, or we could go to like Viborg for now, and maybe fight one Russian army, see what the Danish army does, lure it into our country, and then head back and defeat the Danish, and then go back to the east.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So I like that idea.
I'm putting the army on moving towards there, and well, now a lot of things are happening. Everyone is taking decisions.
Yeah.
Of various kinds, so the game kind of
Should we build some province improvement? Should we try to land force limit increase? Well, it doesn't really help that much.
No, it doesn't really help that much. Plus, we need the money. We will need our money to pay for our troops in the when we need to replace them and stuff like that.
Right, lose a single man.
Right now, they are actually just putting a few men. In Ingria, and the rest are heading southwards. But why really? Oh, they're at war with the Ottomans as well.
Brandenburg gains a claim on Stettin. Excellent, just what we needed.
Yeah. Well,
do we have any? Is there any alliance we could seek? I should try to see what can we do there?
The Ottomans could probably become a long-term alliance, but what I was saying, we don't need them at the moment anyway. Though I must say, because they are at war with the Ottomans. The Russians are at war with the Ottomans.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So hopefully they will be, distraction maybe. What is the Commonwealth doing? They're only at war with us, and Sweden, Denmark, are only at war with us, so yeah.
The Crimea is also in a war against Russia, so that's a bit of a distraction as well. Should we set our fleet on patrolling trade? Do you think that's
we could probably go for Gulf of Finland, not the Commonwealth
the Polish
fleet.
Yeah. Sure.
I did put Wachtmeister.
Does he not have a first name?
No, it's only. I think maybe his first name was Wacht, and then Meister was his last name, and then they combined it because it was.
He is
awkward.
The master of himself.
Yeah.
His own master.
Well, they already occupied Exholm, and.
But now we will see.
No! That was because they have 29,000 men on the way, so that would be a trap to go for.
Oh, the thing is, Prussia is also one of those. Oh, okay. Brandenburg turned into Prussia right now. I was just like, hang on.
Yeah.
So
that seems nice.
Okay, now they just keep pouring in.
Well, how's it going? Can we at least win?
44,000. Yeah, a naval battle would be. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like anyone else is nearby. How long is it until they will reach over there? That's 26th of April, so very soon. And they're heading the further south, so maybe we can save it anyway, because they haven't taken any fort, so Kexholm and Karelia will fall back to us.
I will improve relations with Great Britain just for now, because they would eventually join the war later on, and we want to try to avoid that.
Well, they were bastards anyway, so...
Yes. Prussia also joined the war in real life, or in real history, I should say, and that would be a concern as well.
Can you mention someone who doesn't get into a war with us?
That will probably be a shorter list at this rate.
Yeah, shouldn't we be allied to Holstein or something? Well, actually, they would agree to the alliance, so.
Yeah. Why not?
I accept.
One friend is better than no friends, even if they are the weakest kid at the schoolyard.
Yeah, but I think maybe we can go for battle in Göteborg. Let's do it.
Why not? We proudly march.
We proudly march, and well,
it's all about picking our battles. Literally picking our battles.
Well, it's going really well so far. We do have a wonderful general who
a royal marriage.
Hopefully can be the one. It's actually Piotr
imagine
himself.
If he dies. Is it only a one star?
Wait. Is a Romanov? Isn't it?
What? Is he...
Was he a Romanov?
What? I didn't think...
Oh, yeah, he was. Of course he was. Of course it was.
Oh yeah, they switched out, of course. Yeah, sorry.
For some reason, I was thinking of Rurikovic, and at the same time Romanov. So my brain was all wrangled up. So yeah.
But the thing is, I fell for the same, not trick, but thought.
Mistake.
What?
You fell for the same mistake.
Ah, mistake. I thought you just said like, okay, the Danes have crossed into Skåne.
We should try to aim to save Ingermanland, but they do have a lot of men there, so it's not advisable.
Do. And the thing is, I mean, we could definitely win against just those, but if they were to add like the army that's not leaving, 25,000 plus the 23,000 over there, that would be terrible.
It would be
spread these Bibles far and wide. Oh, here they come, actually. They're attacking.
Well,
Nutters.
Let's see how long they will, or for how long they will attack. No, they are stuck now moving, so they will actually be the battle.
Wow. 14th of July. I look forward to the result. It's Piotr himself
again.
It's
going pretty well for him so far, comparatively.
Oh,
I mean, relatively, it's
what the hell?
Going better
oh, and now he's getting 25,000 reinforcements.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean,
things could be going better. When will they join? 27th of July.
Well, hopefully
will we beat them before that.
Yes, we will. There was a massive victory, and that army is locked in place.
Fantastic.
Somehow he warped into becoming command of that army, so he's trying once again.
More cannon fodder. Well, this is fantastic, actually. We are losing a lot of men too, but nothing compared to them.
And they're coming 15,000 from the north as well.
Oh, Jesus. And I think there's another army inbound.
Yeah,
but they will come on the 7th of August, and we beat them before that.
Now they're sending even more men. Okay, that army just kind of stopped and gave up.
I guess we're not really recruiting any new men. We're just like going to reinforce the ones we have.
Yeah, we're going to reinforce the ones we have.
However, well, the thing is money.
Oh, they're coming back again. They're turning around for once more, and it's this time Alexander Menshikov who's leading.
No. And he is quite the fellow.
One thing I would like to do is save Ingermanland, but I don't think that is possible. Of course, no wait, they actually gave up. What the hell?
Oh,
I was so sure that when it disappeared that we lost, the siege because they had a 7% chance of winning it. So of course they will get it because if you have a 7% chance of winning a siege, you will never win it. But if the enemy has it, of course they will.
We're almost doing better against this 2-star general than we did against Peter the Great, or should I say Peter the Not So Great?
Huh. I suppose.
To be fair, he wasn't Peter the Great yet.
I mean, he became Peter the Great due to this war, so maybe...
Alexander Menshikov
managed to get even more men and are heading back to...
So, in total, let's see the damage control here. We've had 12,000 men roughly in losses so far, whereas they must have had, I don't know, is there any way we could see that? No, it's not like in Hearts of Iron.
No, unfortunately not.
But we've, I'd say at least 50,000.
Yeah, they have lost a great deal of men, though they can afford it, which is the worrying part.
Yeah.
Can we see how many men they have in reserve? No. Maybe if we go into the ledger, but I have a feeling the ledger will just crash the game for us or desync it. It has a tendency to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, I mean, I don't want to take any chances of desyncing.
Yeah. Ooh,
maybe
few
it was
indeed.
Victoria 2 that it was desyncing like.
We are apparently an honorable people.
Yes, but I think we managed to defend Ingria from the immediate threat, so I think we should go back now and defend Skåne from the Danish threat. I
agree. Should I put the Navy on mission to protect the trade?
Or maybe we should challenge the Danish fleet.
But could we do that, though, reasonably?
Maybe not.
I think we should just try to protect trade for now. They might, though, still attack, which kind of nullifies the point then, but... actually, should we buy a couple of ships? How's that look? We could...
I mean, we're
using... A couple of galleys?
Considering we need to replace men in our army, I would advise
raise war taxes, surely.
Sure, that is acceptable.
Yeah. We are going minus by 20 ducats, and the army maintenance. Do you want to know the army maintenance?
Well, it's high.
29 ducats. That's more than our total income.
Yeah, but that's also mainly due to reinforcement.
Yeah, it is.
That stands for 18 ducats. of that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So once we get full army, which is, well, we need 13,000 men. Wait, where did I get 12,000 from? Oh, maybe okay, so we had like 41,000.
Well, one part of me wants to do forced march, another wants, well, not to do it.
Should I increase stability, by the way? That seems...
Yeah,
like...
that increases money.
I can't.
Well, why
local
can't we?
goods produced modifier, I think that...
we will be able to do it at one point or another, I'm pretty sure.
We just need to... We don't have any advisors, but we cannot afford it again. I mean, it's kind of a time where we cannot afford any luxury of any kind, and advisors would be a luxury.
Yes.
It's funny, the Commonwealth Army in Courland isn't really doing anything, whereas it could be probably assaulting Riga at some point. Can you believe we have Riga? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What an empire this was.
What an empire.
At least in Baltic measures. The Danes are actually doing surprisingly well.
Yeah.
But then again, we are attacking, and I think... Do we have some kind of modifiers against us? No?
No, but we're having some pretty bad dice rolls, I think.
Yeah.
Well, now we have decent ones, but they also have decent ones. So yeah, the Danes are doing much better. The Danes are, much better than the
higher
the
quality.
Russians.
I think technology-wise, I looked this up. The Russians were about 20. The Danes are 22 in all fields.
Yes, and we are 22.
As are us. What?
As
are we? I mean, and as are Prussia.
But how about Commonwealth? 20 on Commonwealth as well.
Yeah, so it's basically pretty roughly divided into Eastern European nations, slightly less civilized, and Western European, slightly
that's
more
just racist.
No.
See, now it triggered you.
A little bit, yeah, you did. You know which buttons to push.
I wonder though, should we? I mean, we are losing. We are going to take loans either way, really. But I have one question though. Akershus.
Oh, invading Norway.
Should we, considering the east is fairly calm at the moment, the Danish have been forced back. Could a siege of Akershus be done?
Sure, why not?
Because that could give us some leverage against the Danes and maybe force them out of the war, which would make our quest much easier.
We could seek to...
Well, they are not willing to go for peace now, but it's not that far off, so this might be the first against all odds that we might have a possibility of winning.
And it's one of the hardest ones almost that we've faced so far. I mean, well, the thing is, it depends really, because on paper, yeah, sure, we have terrible, they have a terrible power compared to us, but there are also other things like that they are at war with other countries. For example, Russia is at war with Crimea and the Ottomans, which steals a bit of attention, and also the fact that we have fantastic generals and stuff. It's hard to like estimate exactly how hard this is, as with everything really, but especially this one, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I will try to attack the Courland Navy now, see how that goes. They are together with the Polish Navy over there. I sincerely hope the Danes do not join.
Well, the Danes are currently just trying to block as much of our coast as possible.
Yeah,
so I don't think there will be...
As rightly they are.
So if they had joined in there, we could have lost a lot. We actually got a ship there, so...
Captured ship. Fantastic.
I wonder though, maybe we should repair it. Just, I mean, if it's going to be out of sea, we could repair for one turn or 1 month, sure. Because then everyone is back up to fighting strength, for whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And then we can head back out again.
Then I might do protect trade again, really, because it does give us a bit of extra income. And there's no real point of us attacking the Danish Navy like that, because it's just too much of a risk, really.
I'm definitely questioning the AI of the Commonwealth.
Yeah,
if they had put pressure on us, then we would have been in a more precarious situation. And I also don't feel any need to, beat the Danes back. They are minus 70%, so that will be many turns until. Yeah. Plus, we are doing a good job on Akershus.
Could we split the army a little bit? Make us go for Trøndelag?
That would be dangerous.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
What other
we
generals do
we have a history of all of a sudden someone has done this and we had no idea. So it seems right now to be unified is
okay, fine. I see your point. Even though I think that technically we could do that. Okay, Russia is now coming
technically
again.
we could.
It's Russia's coming back now to Ingria, as it's called.
And in force as well.
Yeah, about 65,000 men.
Yeah, and we are basically out of manpower.
Austria.
I want to call attention to that.
And we're almost out of money. This is, as much as things are going pretty decent.
We kind of need an end to the war now, if possible.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, with Denmark, could we actually? That's something I didn't consider. So Denmark is the war leader.
Yes, they are.
That is interesting. So suing for peace with them.
Well, there we got. I guess that should be an incentive for them to give up, and now we can beat back the Danish once again, and perhaps now make them realize the mistake. The first circumnavigation. Well, good job, Great Britain. Great Britain. Well, discovered while building a spy network. Ooh. I don't even know how spy networks work, but it seems
they
cool.
are based. Yeah, it's a cluster. They've replaced the whole system of fabricating claims and stuff like that. It works a bit differently these days.
I need to play this game again because it was so long since last time.
Yeah. Well, we've refueled a bit on mainly morale and stuff, so it's going a bit better this time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going evenly.
Yeah, I have to say it's.
I just wish we could follow them, but they are dominating the street.
Oh no! I thought it was Prussia. It's Dahomey who are who? Or like
Dahomey is someone in Africa or someone. It's a country in Africa. I think
the military reforms of Gustavus Adolphus. This is a bit late, but sure, we'll have regional conscription. I think. Yes.
Let's see it.
They have occupied Bohuslän.
Well,
back to us.
Yeah, they will probably
defect. Denmark right now would.
No, actually won't because it's too far away from a fort.
Just offer.
Yeah, it's too far away from a fort to revert back to us. But
the thing is, in real history, I should also mention that there probably could have been a peace early in the war. There were allegedly a lot of peace offers made before 1710. 1709 was when Sweden lost the Battle of Poltava, which ultimately ended the Swedish Empire. They didn't know that at the time, but that's effectively what it did.
No, Anfeld is dead.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't use him at this point, but
he died of inactivity.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the only reason that didn't really happen was because Sweden saw its chance at maybe, using the opportunity because the enemies weren't putting up that hard of a resistance. So.
Just like now.
Yeah.
But I have a war council.
Yeah.
I am summoning you to the table, and we are convening at Göteborg. And the question is, should we move to Ingermanland and alleviate the fortress there, or should we wait for them to attack us?
Gagarin. I like that surname. That's the name of the astronaut, isn't it?
Yeah, Nicodim Gagarin. Well, the astronaut, or cosmonaut, you mean, is not called Nicodim, but Gagarin.
Yeah, no. I think that it's a bit of a wild card, given that they also have like high morale and everything. But let's see, they have 7,000. They have a very good army composition, but so do we. We don't have as much artillery though. But
no, but we never did.
I think that, I mean, we are attacking, but it's a higher. There's no real penalties as far as I can see. I think we should do it. I like a bit of gamble, as you might.
Okay, yeah, but
did you know that?
I don't. Yeah, well, I've noticed. I've learned the painful way that you like. To
well, hey, last time I liked a gamble, you won against me in Hearts of Iron 4. So
no, that was just you not doing anything. That was mainly the reason.
Conquer Rupin. That's an atrocious mission.
Yeah,
why would we
it actually is. And when I was looking at it in single player before playing
I'll pass
here,
some acts.
Yeah, sure. Pass all the acts you want. I think now with defeating the Danish army there, I mean Russian army, we should probably head towards Trøndelag.
Sure. I like that we're basically like, I mean, we're sending our army on a terrible journey from like, it's a huge, I mean, if you look at the map, it's basically across Europe.
Well, welcome to Sweden.
Welcome to the Nordics.
Welcome to the Swedish army. This is what
wow,
we do.
it never ceases to amaze me how big certain countries at this point are. I'm thinking mainly of Spain, for example, having half of Italy and just a dominion over the Mediterranean, really. And also the Ottomans, of course, Ottoman Turkey, and Austria. Commonwealth, yeah, it's big, but I don't think it's at its prime really here. It's past its prime.
I think it was bigger before.
Yeah, I
they
think
must have lost some
1600s.
troops, some things in, to Russia over the years. Plus, this is past, the whole deluge part where, well, Sweden was being a giant douchebag. Let's be honest.
It was being opportunistic, which is the sign of
any... have you read the amount of how much losses the Polish population had due to the deluge? Like some towns losing 60% of the population and whatever.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's pretty terrible if you think about it. The only reason why we sort of can talk about it in such a relaxed way is because it happened so long ago and no one really has any memory of the time. But,
because there were some other tragedies that Poland had to endure after that, which you
can't possibly imagine what you mean. Yeah. Anyway, I'm actually converting some of because a lot of our Baltic friends are Orthodox, which they.
Well, I mean, we are secular. We don't give a shit. Actually, we're not at all secular. But
no, we're fiercely Protestant. Or how does the Monty Python?
We as the fiercely Protestant.
We're Protestant and fiercely proud of it.
Yeah. Well, we could go for defensive ideas. That seems like a decent idea.
Oh, yeah, we have
ideas.
I haven't looked at our ideas. We have
quality and offensive.
Yeah, defensive, sure. Why not? Yearly army tradition as well, sure.
Yeah, and I mean, we could actually get peace now. I mean,
but
we have won.
Yeah.
Victory is ours. And the Russians are losing now to the Ottomans.
Oh yeah, they are. Wow.
So we could go for Trøndelag.
Should we? The thing is, yeah. Should we?
No.
Hang on. Okay, that's interesting. Just as we say, that was a jinx, definitely.
That was a jinx. So now we have von Dessau moving in.
Oh fuck! Look at their general.
Yes.
3 stars.
But he is not as good as our general. That is, something to say. We could reach. Like the only way for us to reach them is to go. I need to conscript the Navy now. The Navy needs to go to the southern Baltic Sea. We need to ferry over our troops to Greifswald to meet this new threat.
Yeah. Are we basically... So what should we do with our current war? I mean, is there any way... Do we want something from Denmark even?
Well, we could not really gain anything at the moment.
Nothing?
Like, we won't accept
What
anything.
would be fantastic is to gain like Trøndelag, to get like a Atlantic port.
It would be amazing, but I don't think we can. We can get a white peace.
A white peace. Should we white peace them and focus on the war with Prussia then?
Yeah, we could, but oh my, we have a naval battle now.
Yeah, naval battle, but it's against the not so reputable.
What we
Polish
could
fleet.
do? Let's see. That is a nice garrison they have there. How many men do you need to siege that? I don't know. How about we muster some
2 captured ships.
Some mercenaries?
That's not too.
And I don't know how many we need, but let's take a couple.
Okay, hang on. What happened now? Can we still peace Denmark? Super peace. Yes, we can. Should we just do that? Then?
We can actually get Bornholm.
Oh yeah, we can get something now.
Can we get? No, we can't get Trøndelag. It's too big.
Can we get any
we
funny
can get
islands?
a little island. Yeah, we can get Bornholm.
Could we?
Get it? Yeah.
That would be symbolic. And to be fair, makes sense.
Makes sense in our nation. Yeah, it's weird that Denmark has that, and it's weird that Denmark still has that freaking island.
It's a symbolic gesture.
Well, we can see how far off we're not that far off of actually claiming more because we currently can claim 9 in war score and Trøndelag is 11. So if we just hold out a little bit longer, and looking at the map, there's pretty much no way we will lose any war score unless we go into a battle where we lose our entire army, which is, well, it's not going to happen. Not against them anyway. Maybe against Prussia, but not against them.
Prussia does look pretty rough.
Yes.
So where did we recruit those mercenaries?
That was my plan on how to, take Trøndelag while we at the same time send our army there. So that was more like mercenaries would go and siege out Trøndelag.
Do you see what Holstein is doing? Are they insane in the membrane?
Wait,
they're wasting their troops. They went to attack the Prussian army. Now they...
Well, we will send our aid as fast as we can.
They are garrisoning there. That's...
Well, let's head for Greifswald with our troops. And it was actually a surprising amount I could fit on.
Yeah, I captured a couple of transport ships as well from Poland. So
good.
Okay, well now we actually have 4,000 men I had to count.
Yeah, and if we allow them to attach, then they will be incentivized to join up with us.
Oh yeah, you have to allow that. That's a bit weird.
Well, I mean, it's if you have a bunch of vassals, you don't want maybe 90,000 of them to stand together with you and causing a bunch of attrition.
We could actually go to Berlin at some point. Wow.
Yeah, we could try. They are moving now to. It looked like they were going for Berlin, but
yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
So they will join up with us, and then maybe we can go for Uckermark. Should we do that?
Meanwhile, how is the war score going here?
We have 36,000 men versus 19.
Sure, of course.
But first, you're right. We should probably look into.
Yeah. Is there any way? I mean,
they still will not accept. They're so close to accepting it, though.
How much do we need? Where is it? T in the list. No, demand tribute. Oh,
but you can just
11%.
11%, but they will only accept for now. Let's see, 6, 9. Well, 9 is basically what they accept right now. We could get some money and Bornholm, but we can't get any more. And we probably need to occupy something or.
The Russia is going towards Göteborg as well.
So should we go for Bornholm then and leave it at that?
And money? Yeah, sure. Let's not be.
Why are we even pondering this too much? It's not like we will continue this until the end of ages.
No, of course. But it would just be nice, we're trying to get a nice summarized version. Yeah,
so we will gain 44 ducats and 9. Now it's 9 Bornholm. So in total, 9 in a piece of value. We will send that demand, and now it turns out it was not demand; it was an offer. Now suddenly we lost. So we won.
Fantastic.
We defeated impossible odds, but let's see if that holds true against this continuation war.
Yeah, I mean technically this is still part of the. Oh, make core. Prussia was. Ooh.
They're holding out. But we're crossing a river, so that will be a reason for why. And now it's turning around on them. Yeah, now it's turning around.
Is it does it work the way that once you've crossed the river with the army, you gain?
No,
it's only like an
it kind of.
Oh no!
No, we lost a king, so that's not brilliant.
And a revolt as a result.
What
this
hell?
Is disastrous. Who is the new general? No leader.
It's Karl Friedrich von blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's Holsteins. But we do have, who's our last remaining general? Arvid Bernhard
Horn, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. What a hero.
So we should probably
promote
try
this man.
to... Wait, where are they going?
They are going to Stettin?
I think they're going all the way to Königsberg, maybe. But we could try to follow them as long as we can.
Gain stability.
We could knock out the little army in Berlin.
I'll reduce war exhaustion a bit.
Do so. You are allowed. There we go. They lost. Okay, so we should probably just go for Berlin. So we can knock them out. And who gives a shit about the pretender?
Imagine getting Kolberg and Stolp. That would be very mighty.
Aspects of faith? Oh, there's so much new things. I didn't know what aspects of faith even is. No,
where's that?
It's in religion. When you are at the counter screen, and then this church power, Church of Sweden.
I haven't really.
Well, we have Ulrika Eleonora.
Well, does she have no heir, of course.
No heir for now, but she's semi decent.
Yeah, she's. I mean,
she's all right.
The good thing is she's very good at diplomacy, unlike her brother. So.
Yeah, maybe now we can get favorable peace deals with Prussia. Hey, Prussia, want peace? Not really. But when we take
siege in Berlin.
When we take Berlin, then they will have. Then we will have peace.
I don't think I've seen that before on the mini-map, or maybe I've just missed it. But there is a star fort at Berlin now.
There is?
Showing the fort level, yeah.
Oh crap! That's why it's so strong. Wait, how strong was Agassus? Well, it was only level 4.
Yeah, I mean that's where Charles XII died for real.
Yeah. This time it was at Uckermark. He was shot in the mist. No.
Yeah, there's always mist for Swedish kings in Germany.
A shot happened. Someone wondered, was it the king? Apparently.
That joke. I mean, that's an inside. It doesn't work as well in English.
No, it doesn't.
Say.
It doesn't work at all. So I apologize for.
And anyone who gets the reference will get.
Well, for one thing, they would have to be Swedish, and then they would have to have watched that. Well, everyone has probably watched.
The show in question.
So we should probably stop talking about it.
Yeah, we should.
And no one else will understand anything, so it's kind of a pointless conversation. Then again, you could say the same thing about a lot of American people talking about. Well, the TV shows are pretty much all over the place. When they start talking about Walmart and Costco, that's kind of weird. Like, well, I probably
I don't get anything
even
about that.
understand. Well, they probably know what Costco is, but
I have to say I don't really know what it is. Is it a grocery store?
It's pretty much one of those big, buy everything in bulk, like Walmart.
Ah, okay, with the discount stuff, or
basically, why buy 1 liter of dishwashing thing? Why not buy 30 liters at the same time?
And save 10 cents. Yes.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like that is what I think it is. But at the same time, you can hear about Costco and Walmart, and then everyone has heard of Taco Bell, even though it's not really in Europe that much.
No,
not in Europe at all. I mean, it's stuff like that. Which is pretty much exclusively American. But yet, when you watch American YouTubers or listen to podcasts and stuff like that, they mention that, and it's like no concern about whether anyone else in the world gets it or understands where it comes from.
I guess a lot of their listeners are American, though, to be fair.
A sizable portion are. But there's also a lot of Europeans which are schooled in, what they're talking about due to not really having...
I'm always surprised there aren't more American food chains and stuff like that in Europe. I mean, there is a bit of stuff like Kentucky Fried Chicken and stuff, but it's only during the last few years that it's been...
Yeah, I'm surprised about that too. I've only been to Kentucky Fried Chicken twice, and it was when I lived in America, so yeah.
Oh, the Prussian fleet. We could probably take that out with ease.
Well, most likely. But otherwise, we could... This is basically just waiting for the end anyway, so we could summarize by saying this is actually the first successful Against All Odds.
Yeah, there might have been one that we recorded but didn't release, but I can't remember really.
No, was it? Maybe.
I think we did one in Rome, but anyway, it doesn't really matter since we didn't release it. But it might be. We set off to an impossible, or supposedly.
At least what we thought would be. This is the problem with this format. We don't know beforehand how hard it will be and how hard. Like we thought, Revolution in France was kind of. We're not really sure if it will be difficult enough to qualify, and then it turned out to be rock hard. And now this is like, well, this is much more difficult, and it turns out to be much easier. So it's difficult to know beforehand. So I think we.
Yeah, but I think we still. I mean, the difficulty I also think was a bit complex in this one because the reason why the war went to hell was the inability to. From the Swedish side to try diplomatic solutions to the whole thing.
Stop taking command of my army.
But okay.
We are
fine.
fighting. We are doing the decisive battle of Berlin to finally annihilate their troops.
All right.
So we can. And now
They
it turns out we lose. Yep. It actually is turning into loss. Who did we lose now? It actually is turning into loss.
Well,
okay.
we've lost.
Hey! There's a possibility of peace.
Oh, is there?
No, it actually is not. What happened? Ongoing battles, length of war. Like for one, like I was looking at it, and they wanted to give up Kolberg and Stolp.
Oh no!
And then suddenly they turned out to not. Well, that was a pretty terrible battle. Who thought that was a good idea?
Okay. What can we do now? Can we still do that?
Wait, hold on. Let's not pause.
Yeah, but unpause then. Oh well, I can only do that.
Yes, exactly.
But demand tribute.
Yeah, we could go for white piece.
Oh, white piece. Well,
Yes.
I have a piece offer now where they will pay us 32 ducats. No, I don't actually.
No, we are barely, so they will accept a white piece.
That battle. Well, I say that considering all things considered, I think that's a fair deal.
Yes, so let's go for it. There we go.
So basically, the sort of epilogue here is that we would probably, if we were to continue this, or if we would use some kind of real-life logics to this, we would probably try to seek more diplomatic alliances and stuff like that, and just try to avoid upsetting our neighbors. I mean, the problem right now is that all our neighbors was united, which is, of course, terrible.
It's not helpful. Oh god.
Oh wow, what a great heir.
Pretty darn good heir.
He can be another Carl.
Carl the 13th, who was not as cool in real life as this guy will be in fictional history. And also is much earlier than...
Yeah, much earlier. But anyway, I guess that sort of concludes it. It's a bit of a weird ending, and I guess we could have gone for more of a like, oh well, we should have taken Moscow or something like that. But we that wouldn't be too historically accurate.
Yeah, and we didn't know. That was the main point. We didn't know. Also, if we had continued on with this, we would have lost the heir because like the pretender is about to take Stockholm and.
Okay, let's end it before things get embarrassing.
Yes, exactly. We don't want Henrik Toll to be our leader.
Never.
King.
He shall never sit upon the throne.
We have a wonderful leader that will, when this game plays out, become amazing, which we'll never really do. So yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, we hope you've enjoyed this Against All Odds, and we'll try to figure out something that actually features some more
give us
difficulty.
suggestions for God's sake.